Okay, we are live. I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to get in here because we all know that Patriot J has a lot of fans that want to
Man,
see him in action.
you got more
Do
clout than I.
you do you go on a lot of live streams? I feel like I never see you like doing shit like
I've been
that.
on a few. I don't go on a lot, but I've been on like some cool ones. I was on like the Liberty Lockdown podcast. I did the
That's a good one.
Anarchy Aquarian one.
I'm on that next week.
Yeah, that one was really fun. I did Adam Krigler's show once. That was really cool. Yeah, I think that's it really.
Okay, well, I'm glad to have you on.
Yeah,
Where
thanks
you're
for
my
having me.
bestie, as you know. Oh wait, let me put my Patreon link for some grift bucks.
What are you
I'm
selling on
totally
your Patreon?
fucking nothing. People just love me. People, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. I have like 3 patrons.
that's tight. Shout
Uh,
out to those people.
what's up, the Alchemist? He is here every stream without a fucking doubt. I can always count on this dude.
What's up, Alchemist?
Um, so I think people, before we get into what I wanted to talk about, which is just random bullshit, because this is like
Mm-hmm.
not formal at all, I
Yeah.
wanted to touch on the fucking Anglo-Saxon shit because I know people want to hear our opinions on it. I know we have different opinions on it. And since that whole, like, since it went
Yeah.
viral and since
It's not
everyone was
even
like
apparently the caucus
losing,
is no longer happening.
right, it's like not even a big deal anymore. So I'm like, okay, does it really matter?
Right.
But I did want to ask your initial opinion on it, like when you first saw it come out. I know like a lot, people blew it out of proportion for sure. People were calling it like
Yeah.
the KKK caucus. I was not
Right.
one of those people. I did have some strong thoughts on it, but share your thoughts.
I thought it was really cool. I thought it was just a bunch of patriots wanting to put America not second, but first.
I appreciate that. I'm very America first. I am a nationalist, which makes a lot of libertarians very angry.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that to be America first, do you have to tie it to like Europe and Anglo-Saxon? I didn't think that was necessary. And I think that and Marjorie touched on this after. She was like, we never meant anything racist by saying Anglo-Saxon. And I'm honestly not accusing her of being racist for that. I'm just looking at like not to be a groiper, but like optics check, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Optics check,
nah. I feel you. I
optics
don't know.
check.
From my standpoint, like there's nothing wrong or racist with Anglo-Saxon political traditions because it's true. Like Anglo-Saxon common law from Europe is what kind of birthed this country, and it's just something that people need to commonly respect. People shouldn't be out here trashing our way of life and our political systems because the Anglo-Saxon law system gave us things like right to a jury trial, unreasonable search and seizures, freedom from that stuff. So it's all stuff that we love and appreciate. I guess they just called it something people aren't used to referring it to as. Nobody on a daily basis is like, oh, I sure am blessed to live in this Anglo-Saxon political climate.
I get that. Like, I guess the main part for me was like optics, and even they saw that. That's why. I mean, I know. I mean, you interned for Gosar, right?
Yeah, I worked for Gosar for
Yeah.
a little
So
bit.
like, you know his
Awesome
true
guy. Yeah,
intentions, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm
100%.
assuming you don't think he's a racist.
Yeah,
And I believe you because why would you intern? You're fucking black. Like,
thank you. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be one of those people
I'm
that's like,
glad I don't have to explain
you're a
myself.
fucking coon, Jordan. You're a fucking coon.
Right.
Um. So I get that, but then the people who were like disagreeing with me in the comments of the post I made, that was like, is there an America First movement that's like not like for white identitarians? A bunch of white identitarians started messaging me. They're like, no, get the fuck out. So
Well, I don't know.
I was like, you guys are not doing yourselves a fucking favor here. I'm on your fucking side. Like, I'm
Right.
America first. I don't like mass immigration, all these different things. But y'all tell me to get the fuck out. Like, you got to get some of your followers in check.
And that is not my job. I am not responsible for any of that. It's not my fault they like me. Now, I was thinking the other day, like, would America really be America without white people?
Like from its like beginning, like they
No, I
founded
mean,
it.
like, I guess, like, going forward, like, would it really be the same country, you think? Like, if it weren't majority white?
I don't. Let me think. The reason I'm against mass immigration, and this includes legal immigration, is because it displaces Americans. When I think of Americans, I
Yeah.
definitely think of white people, but since I'm American descendant of slavery, I think of black people too. Basically the people who were here from the inception.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think of immigrants from everywhere coming like right now because they weren't here for slavery, they weren't here for the Civil War, they weren't here for the Industrial Revolution. So I think it's less about race for me and more about like the stake you have in this country, because I have a stake in this country because my family's been here for centuries.
Yeah.
So that's more so how I look at it. I mean, in terms of race, I think the only way that it would not be a majority white country anymore is if mass unfettered immigration kept coming in, and I'm against
I don't
that.
know.
So
Those
I feel like,
Hispanics, they're having a lot of babies.
yeah, I guess, but they're here. I don't know. I don't know the statistics on that. I don't know the statistics
I don't
on
either.
that.
I'm just saying.
I don't know the statistics on that. But I feel like the main way that I guess when I think of like displacement, I think of mass immigration. So to answer your question like directly, no, because it would be because of mass immigration. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
Yeah.
like there's like a white genocide going on because of like race mixing or some shit. Like that's just not an ideology I subscribe to. But I will say this, hearing your perspective made me realize, and watching Representative Gosar and Marjorie kind of walk it back and being like, this isn't what we meant, like this is out of context. I understand it. I still hold the opinion that it was really fucking awful for optics. And that's why probably. I'm just like, that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I can say I'm America first without people associating me with that, because I don't want to be associated with the fucking Jewish space lasers lady.
You should claim it, because it's very important to claim America first, you know, even if there are the wignets on one end, that shouldn't stop you from repping the brand.
I get that. I just feel like maybe I don't need to rep a brand. Like maybe I don't have to put a label on it. Maybe I can I love to call out conservatives who are all like, oh my God, like I love immigration. Let's displace my entire neighborhood. Like that fucking sucks. But I don't want to be like, I used to be like, oh, America first. And I'll still say it in like a tweet, like this is not putting America first, but I won't be like in my bio, I am part of the AF movement. Cause that's
right. No, I mean, I didn't mean like repping the AF brand, like the AF brand, but I just mean like America first, like what it's really about. Like, I don't think you should let other people stop you from saying that you are America first, even if there are like people who say they are America first, but you don't agree with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing for any label. I mean, for a time I hesitated to call myself a conservative because of the connotation, but then I was like, fuck it, like who cares?
Right.
Like I really don't give a fuck anymore. I really don't give a fuck. I don't know. Do you consider yourself like strictly a conservative? Do you have any other labels besides America First?
I don't know. I don't think I would be like a 100% conservative, because there's stuff that I just don't really agree with. Like there's stuff I'm more like libertarian about, like drugs and stuff, and, like healthcare. Like I would love to see like universal healthcare. I think everybody should be able to go into the emergency room. Like, but that's not very conservative of me. I don't know, but I agree. I think
it's okay to have a mixture of views, because I have views that don't fall into, like my nationalist views don't fall into libertarianism, but I consider myself more of I don't know if I'm like more of a libertarian than a conservative, but definitely like leaning that way. And then of course, like I have like libertarian values that a lot of Republicans would be like, you're a fucking libtard. So I get it.
I guess
it's mainly the drugs thing.
I like the label conservative because it like it's the best like word to define what I believe in, even if I don't agree with it 100%. Like I'm more conservative than anything.
That surprises me that you support universal healthcare. I'm not going to dog you on it, but I've just never seen you talk about that before. Do you think you would like lose like supporters if you made a rap song like I support universal healthcare?
No, I don't. The thing is, I don't talk about it because I don't know too much about the policy. Like I haven't done my research. You know, I don't know like what it takes to provide the healthcare to everybody, or like who would lose in that situation and who would benefit. It's just something that I think should be done.
That's actually smart, because too many people don't know when to shut the fuck up about when they don't know enough about something, and people pretend to be like, Twitter is like for people that pretend to be.
That's why I hate like social justice activism, because everything's just a trend, you know, and it's people will pop up and all of a sudden they're experts in something that they've never heard of last week, but now that's all they talk about, that's all they care about, and then the next month they move on to something different and they think they're an expert in something else, and they just don't know when to shut up and just do your own research and take a step back and kind of let others do the speaking.
Yeah, there's like, I've gotten this from both sides of the aisle, but every week someone's like in my DM or commenting, like sending me some random link, like, Olivia, why don't you use your platform to speak up on this? I'm like, I don't know anything about this issue. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you what do you want me to do? There's a couple questions I want to read. Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Bryson Gray, and that's Kamala Harris.
I'm not going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. I need this straight
with
hair
the smoke
to do it.
if you want an A, and with the smoke if you want an A. No, it was fucking somebody thought it was Bryson, and they replied to my tweet. They were like,
I saw that, and now everyone in your comments is like, Bryson, I love your new song, Bryson.
Right. And I think it has to do with the fact that he's promoting his merch or my merch in his videos. But it's just funny because I haven't even had a chance to shoot a video in my own merch.
Nah, your followers are racist and think all Black people look the same. I know you're in denial about that, but that's the reason. That's the reason. Matthew said, in fairness, the left will insinuate racism at any mention of reducing immigration. That's why we have to get the coons to do it. You can't call Black people racist. The coons will do it for you. Me and Jordan will do it for you. We will end immigration right now. They can't say shit about it.
Yeah.
What we really need to do is find like a Mexican coon to do that. That would be. This is gonna come back and bite me in the ass. That's fine.
No, I hate. I was gonna say this earlier, but I forgot. But that comment kind of brought it up. I hate how like the leadership on the right is so quick to just throw under the bus people like Marjorie, Paul Gosar, Steve King, because they just want brownie points from the left. They want the left to be like, wow, those guys said something about their bigots. I like them now. But that's never going to happen. The left is never going to like people like Kevin McCarthy or Liz Cheney, no matter how hard they try to please them. And it bothers me so much that they'll attack a patriot on our side quicker than they will somebody on the left.
Here's the thing, and I've criticized all the people that you mentioned, and I will say it wasn't to appease the left. It's because I want the right to be better. And I'm not saying like silence Marjorie Taylor, whatever the fuck her name is, deplatform her, like fire her. Like, I'm okay with her being elected because the people elected her. I'm not being like, oh my God, she needs to be expelled from the Republican Party, but I am gonna like be critical of her. I guess maybe I'm not even doing the thing that you described, because a lot of Republicans are like, Republicans are like calling for her to be like blacklisted and stuff. And like,
that's
I guess
like it's important. It's important to call each other out. That way we can be better. But it's a fine line between like calling somebody out and then just treating them like your political opponent, treating them like you would do the left.
Shout out Ricky. Why didn't you even say anything? Oh my God, that's so nice.
Yeah, shout out Ricky.
Shout out Ricky Green. Let's see. Blue Collar Intellectual says, if MTG knew the history of Anglo-Saxon shit, she probably wouldn't have said it, but obviously her staffers didn't know either. Again, I agree. I feel like I honestly don't think her intention was to be like, this is a whites only movement. I feel like she's crazy enough that if she believed that, she would have just fucking said it. Like, I feel like she would have fucking said it.
I think she said something about like, she said something, or she might have said something about like Jewish space lasers starting fires. Like, I remember that they said she said that. So if she's crazy enough to say something like that, why didn't she just come out and say this is whites only?
That's what I'm saying. So like, but then again, when all the people that love that shit were replying to my post and DMing me like, yes, this is a white identitarian movement, like, get the fuck out. I was like, okay,
right,
heard, message received, heard.
Hey, you're half white though. They should let you in the movement.
They fucking, honestly, they really should. I would be such a coon for them. where he said YouTube won't let me ask questions or put in messages after the Hotep Jesus anomaly debate.
Oh my god.
You got fucking banned off that shit. Listen. I'm still traumatized because if you were on that debate, you saw me shoot my shot at Anomaly. And
I'll tell the viewers a story. During that debate, Olivia texted me something about Anomaly. I was like, "Go ahead, shoot your shot."
No, I didn't. That is a lie.
She didn't want to do it because she thought she would be embarrassed, and she ended up being.
And I ended up being embarrassed. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Jesus was like, Olivia Rondo says blah 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 Anomaly. Anomaly was
okay. All I said, I texted him. I was like, Anomaly looking kind of fine. Let me shoot my shot. And he told me, he put me up to this. He told me to send a super chat into the debate. I said, I paid $4.99 to say this, by the way. I said, Anomaly looking kind of. I know. I said, and I quote, Anomaly looking kind of fine, hashtag white boy summer. Hotep Jesus read that shit out loud, and Anomaly said, I'm not trying to get laid. Then moved on to the next question. And then on Twitter, he was like, oh, I didn't know you were the one that said that. I didn't hear him say that. That's bullshit. And hear
Hotep Jesus say, Olivia Rondo said.
Like, he said it. He enunciated that. He said my whole government name. That's why. Fuck that.
Yeah.
He apologized. He was like, I'm so sorry. He started guilt retweeting all of my content after that. Like he retweeted like 3 of my fucking right. He like retweeted my Kamala shit, retweeted like an article I wrote. I was like, don't come crying now. Fuck you. I don't know. That was funny. I can't believe you literally just exposed me on that, saying I texted you first, because that was not public information.
That's all right. That's what happens. They tune into the stream, they get private behind the scenes information.
Oh, do you want me to release some behind the scenes information, sir?
Shut up.
Honestly, I'm so glad you weren't on my last live stream, because I did release some private information, and I guess you did. No, I just said how we met because I thought it was funny.
Oh, nice.
We matched on Tinder, everybody. I'm just going to expose him real quick. What? We matched on Tinder before CPAC, and then I was like, hey.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Now everybody knows I swipe on Tinder when I fly to random cities.
What'd you say?
I said, now everybody knows I swipe on Tinder when I fly out to random cities.
Weren't you still interning in DC at the time?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I wasn't like a random city, but
yeah.
that night at CPAC, again, not public information, but we were at Mike Cernovich's CPAC after party, and that was fucking wild, actually.
Which I got you into, by the way.
Yes, he got me into that. It was like, that ticket was like mad expensive too. That was like $120. That was mad expensive.
But worth it. Man, that was so much fun. I think about A Night for Freedom all the time, because that was like the last fun weekend before the world kind of shut down last February.
Yeah, that was literally the last week. I remember. That was crazy. I met like so many random like MAGA grifters there. It was so amazing.
The week after, I was working for Congressman Gosar, and I got a call from one of the staff members, and they were like, the congressman and few members of the staff were exposed to patient X at CPAC who had coronavirus. And then I was so scared, bro. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get COVID. I had been in the office with them all week, but as we all know, COVID is not real. So
these live streams always get demonetized.
I know.
I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, Ricky Green just reimbursed me for this whole fucking live stream. Now I don't even have to monetize it. Shout out Ricky Green. So yeah, I remember because I was working at the Daily Caller at the time, and like it was like the same day, like someone in the office had COVID, then somebody came in contact with whoever the fuck had COVID.
That was like the scariest thing in the world at the time, if you came in contact with somebody who had the virus.
Yeah, that was not it. I don't even remember how I got home from that party. I think somebody got me an Uber and I just got in it. But
oh my God, yeah, you were drunk.
Bro, you were so gone. I was fucking gone.
Yeah.
Dog, I was stumbling around. I walked
Right.
into Michael Malice, and he was like, "I love your hair. Is it racist
That's-
if I say that?" And I was like, "No." And he was
Yeah,
like,
Michael
"Okay."
Malice was there, and I didn't talk to Michael Malice.
He came like hella late,
That's
like
crazy.
fashionably late. He was there
Right.
though. Also, he was super short. I didn't realize how short he was.
There
Maybe
was
you just looked over his head.
I think the guy who called your Uber was a black guy with like a Mexican name.
Fernando.
Yeah.
I love that nigga. I literally, he texted me the next day. He was like, "Did your Uber make it home?" I was like, "Yeah." And I felt so bad for that Uber driver because he was from like, where the fuck was he from? He was from like Iran or something. And I was asking him so many questions about his home country while I was like throwing up in my mouth. And he
Oh my
was like,
God.
"Do you need me to pull over?" We're like on the side of the highway. I'm like throwing up on the side of the highway. And I felt so bad. I gave him like a $50 tip when I got home. I was like, "I'm so sorry, I was like, "I'm so sorry, Muhammad. I'm so sorry." We got another question. How many conservatives do you think are religious? It appears more secular, but I could be wrong. I grew up very religious. Lately, I've been like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe my religious beliefs. Like, I believe in God, if that's what you're asking, but I don't really subscribe to like a certain organized religion at the moment. I'm figuring that out. Patriot J, would you like to answer the question? Let me put it back up.
I don't know. I feel like the larger the conservative tent gets, the less religious it becomes.
Right.
Not
Because
saying
it's not
that
very,
it's like not as like a bad thing, but I mean there are like more people becoming conservative who might be like agnostic or atheist or something. Just at least it's in my experience, because I grew up like a Dem or whatever. I always thought Republicans were like crazy, racist, right wing, Bible thumping radicals.
Yeah,
But
me too.
but I'm a California conservative, so I feel like I don't see like a lot of like super religious people out here who are conservative.
Yeah, I'm from a blue state too, so I guess like the Republicans around here are like, I mean, some of them are like the older ones, like the boomers are still super like trad and whatever, but it's like, I don't know, I guess overall, I think it's a good thing that religion is not as huge a part of it as it was, but then again, like even as somebody who's not really religious, I see the merit of having a religion. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that sounds stupid. I see the merit of having.
It doesn't. It's like it's
yeah,
important to have structure and stuff, and I feel like religion provides structure for a lot of people.
exactly. And I think like the American identity of being like pretty much a Christian nation, but we're not gonna like force that on you. I think that's like that's pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish I was more religious. Like
people.
I guess I struggle with it. Thank you so much, Blue Collar Intellectual. I'm gonna get both of y'all up to New Hampshire. Y'all hilarious. He's running for Congress in New Hampshire, coming up soon.
Oh, dope.
Hopefully you guys support him.
Congrats,
yes.
bro. Hopefully you win.
Shout out. David said, "Are you afraid that the loony Marjories on the right will make conservatives so unappealing that minorities and young independents will gravitate towards the Democrats?" Honestly, there's been crazy people on the right forever. People said the same thing about Trump, and look what happened. I don't want to.
We're two young colored people, but Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't stop.
Colored. You have
Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't stop us from becoming conservative.
I know, but like we were like in the movement like before she.
But I mean, still, dude, there was like people like David Duke, I guess. Like that didn't stop us.
That's true. He was not. I guess he's not as mainstream as she is now. I mean, he kind of fell off. David Duke fell off for sure.
Hey, funny story. He used to follow me on Twitter a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Dog, I'm mutuals with Richard Spencer. I don't know why. I don't know how.
We're certified.
We're certified coons. Certified freak. 7 days a week. Anyways,
I don't know.
I guess to answer your question more directly, David, I think for some people it will turn people away from the right, but do we want people that are that easily turned away? I guess.
No, we don't.
Like you're kind of I guess you're kind of a pussy if you don't have like values that are separate from whoever the fuck is talking about it, you know?
For every like Marjorie Taylor Greene on our side, there's an AOC on the other side who's probably turning people off. You know, people might see her speak and go, "Oh, this woman's crazy. Let me go see what the other people are talking about." And then they'll see the crazy people on our side and be like, "Wow, both sides are crazy. Time to figure out which crazy works for me." And I think they'll choose our side because I feel like common sense is just more aligned with the ideals of policies on the right.
Yeah, and I also think that she's an outlier. I think that like she likes to paint herself as like she's like the lone wolf in the Republican Party. Everyone just hates her for no reason. I'm like, no, bitch, you're kind of crazy. I don't hate you. You kind of are crazy.
I love her,
But
man. She's one of my favorite
I know.
politicians.
You're like more of a certified
she is a fighter. She gets in these people's faces and she does what they do to us all the time.
One thing I will say is that she's like one of like the only Republicans that has the fucking balls to say we need an immigration moratorium until we figure out what the fuck is going on.
It's crazy that
I like that. A lot of Republicans, a lot of Republicans just are scared of being called a racist for things that aren't racist. Like we shouldn't be bullied into being not supporting policies because people are going to say that it's racist.
At the end of the day, it's just a policy and it's a vision you have for the future of the country. You shouldn't be afraid of how somebody might think, or somebody might think you're evil because you want less immigration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's so stupid because you can even make like you can. I guess like I kind of hate using this argument, but sometimes it's correct. Like you know how people say like if you just call something racist, no matter what it is, the left will just like hate it, and that's kind of the argument around like gun control right now is that like gun control is racist, and I think the origins of it are definitely racist, and the way it's implemented is definitely like, you know, racist, but that's the only thing that you can say to make liberals fucking believe you. So I feel like we could just say mass immigration is racist, and they'll be like, oh my God, it's displacing these African American communities. We need like, that's all we have to do.
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't really care about black people, so that probably wouldn't sway them too much.
Maybe we have to say it's homophobic or like transphobic or something. I feel like they care more about the LGBT movement than the black.
Right.
Like now it's all about, oh, the black community is so transphobic. Like,
right. Like, bruh.
They fucking like after the whole Stop Asian Hate thing, they like dropped us. They were like,
facts. They were like, I don't need you niggas anymore. Sorry.
Fuck that. And especially when I saw Jordan and everyone posting Jordan Goodwin and everyone posting it, y'all Hotel Virgin Mary. I shouldn't have doxed her like that. Don't look her up. But everyone knows her name.
You didn't even have to clear it up. You could have just said her name. I would have known.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all follow Hotel Virgin Mary. When she posted the yellow square for Stop Asian Hate, and so many Asians were like calling her fucking. They were calling her like the N-word in the comments. I was like, y'all don't give a fuck about racism at all.
Yep. That shit was hilarious.
If you want to support Stop Asian Hate, everyone go post a yellow square. That's the only thing we can do. My shit's in Governor Tom Wolf. Fuck Tom Wolf is destroying Pennsylvania. How are things where you guys are? I go to school in Pennsylvania. I live in Pennsylvania like half the year. I go back and forth between Pennsylvania and Maryland all the time. Oh my God, Jordan's in the chat. Jordan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. I forgot. No, I only said it because his name is Jordan. I didn't want to get the Jordans confused. I'm sorry. Y'all follow Hotel Virgin Mary, who is not Jordan Goodwin. Anyway. I'm so sorry.
I'm in California, so my shit saying governor is hair gel Gavin Newsom, and things are honestly on the up and up. You know, the economy is slowly starting to open back up again. People can buy tickets for Disneyland, so that's how you know things are getting back on track in California. All it took was Joe Biden's presidency.
How are the gas prices there?
Oh, they're ridiculous. It's like $4 at least $4.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You'll be lucky to find like 402.
Wow. How are people leaving? Like I already heard people are leaving California, but is that like a real thing? Like, do you see people like leaving en masse?
In my life, no. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I guess I hear more about the businesses, like how Elon Musk left, and I think he's in like Nevada now or Arizona. I forget. Where is he?
I think Texas.
Oh, okay. Maybe he moved again, or I don't know. I wrote an article about last year, but I like completely forgot where he moved to. Do you have any conservative connects in New York City? There's some Walkaway people up there. I don't know how people feel about Walkaway nowadays because Brandon Straka got fucking arrested, and
he got arrested. Oh yeah, because for the
Capitol insurrection thing. I've talked to him a little bit since then, and he's like, he's okay. I think he's hopeful. Like, basically, I don't know if you guys know about the case, but I feel like they're using him as like a scapegoat for like the whole thing because he was not the people that even went into the Capitol building. He was
Oh
not the people
wow.
that like made threats. They were trying to get him on inciting violence because he was a scheduled speaker at whatever the rally was called that was supposed to be there that day.
Yeah.
And since he was a scheduled speaker, they were like, "You organized this whole riot," which he fucking didn't. But yeah. Do you guys have any other questions? Let me scroll up. I'm gonna miss a couple. Oh, okay. Are there conservatives in Congress who support reparations? I know various Democrats, but I think it's part of the co-opted identity politics that doesn't focus on resource allocation. I don't know of any conservatives in Congress that
I
support
don't know
reparations.
them either.
I think it would be an interesting conversation. I don't think that who they send up there, like the Republicans sent like Herschel Walker or somebody up there to be like, this is racist. Okay. I'm literally
this nigga. He played football, y'all.
He's gonna appeal to the blacks. That's come on. His fucking son. Get a fucking grip. Get a fucking grip.
I'm blocked.
I saw him on TikTok and I went on Twitter to talk shit. Then I realized I was already blocked. And I was like, he knew I was coming to talk
That's
shit.
crazy. I think I called him like a gay, light-skinned black conservabot.
Dude, okay, his whole thing was he's always on TikTok whining about there being no masculine men. And I'm like, you're like a male cheerleader or some shit. Like, come on, dude. I've seen videos of you twerking in stilettos. Like, let's not talk about masculinity. Let's not talk about it. Because that's just not gonna happen. What do you have in the works in terms of music?
I don't got.
Are you allowed to say?
In the works.
You don't want to say?
No, I don't have anything in the works because I am trying to get my law degree and pass the bar. So as soon as I take the bar in July, I'll start writing music again. I'll probably put out some new tunes. I want to drop an album again, maybe like Q4 2021. Okay. December.
You need to drop some shit now because I've always said you and Anomaly are the two good MAGA rappers. The rest, and if you think this is about you, it is. I swear to God, it is. But the rest are complete.
I did not co-sign this statement. I listened to
that's fine. I can say whatever I want. It's my fucking live streams.
There's this young dude, Griff. Griff just came out of nowhere, but
who's that?
You'll know soon. He's gonna drop a MAGA album.
I'm not biased against MAGA rappers at all.
Well, no. But I think he like just joined the scene or whatever. So me and him are gonna get in a song, and that should be pretty good. I'm supposed to be doing a song with this dude DVS 7.0, but I told him I would get the verse to him this weekend. I haven't written the verse. It's Sunday, and I have homework to do after this, so I'm probably not gonna get him the verse today.
Oh my God.
What else? Have you heard my song with TB Impact, Zuby, Bryson Gray called Victor?
I have heard that. I have heard that collab. That was good. Also, I'm like not even like directly shading Bryson. He just hates me and I don't know why. So that's it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I got in the works right now though. Oh no, I'm doing a song with this dude, Stony Dude, bro. I just sent him a verse last week. It's called Verified, which is pretty cool.
How much are you charging for these verses, sir?
That is not disclosed.
Oh, okay. Now that you're famous and whatever, and just don't forget about little Olivia that you had a wild night with that fucking Cernovich's. I love Mike Cernovich. I love him. I literally love him. I don't know why he followed me on Twitter, because he followed me like before. Not that I have clout now, but when I had like not even a drop of clout, and I don't know why.
Bro, he's responsible for a lot of the clout I have online. I remember, I'll tell the story about how I got connected with Mike Cernovich. So I go to law school at his law school, his alma mater, Pepperdine Law.
Oh, I did not know that.
I can say my name of the school online because I only have 2 more weeks left. And what are they going to do?
And you already got doxxed so many times. I'm just like, that one chick that was like Jordan last name. Pepperdine Law. I was like, who the fuck are you, bitch?
So I go to Pepperdine. Mike went to Pepperdine back in the day. I tweeted at him when he was doing an Ask Me Anything. This was on September 11th, 2018. I tweeted at him, and he was doing an AMA, and I was like, hey, bro, I just enrolled at your alma mater. Any tips, blah, blah, blah. And he told me I should drop out of law school and pursue sales. Wow. I probably would have been better off should I have taken heed to his advice. But I got legal knowledge now, so it's cool. Anyway, so he asked that question. He asked that question, and then don't do it.
I don't want to.
so he had asked that question or whatever, and then I figured like since he replied to me, like people would be on my account, so I had tweeted this song out that I made about 9/11, and it was on 9/11. It's called Jet Fuel Can't Melt Steel Beams, and
I've heard it.
Yeah. And so I guess he was scrolling on my profile right after I tweeted that, and he liked it, and then he shared it, and then he followed me, and we've been cool ever since.
Damn. That's sweet. I guess I kind of like, I was like trying to like use your clout when I was like going up to him. I think I like made you like introduce me or some shit at his party. It's fine because you made me introduce you to Ashley St. Clair. That's how little how little clout you had back then.
Yeah, that was tight.
You didn't have any clout.
I really did.
I was like, Ashley, I had no clout. I was like, Ashley, the best MAGA rapper wants to meet you.
If I went to that party now, I would be clouded up. But yeah, back then I had 3,000 followers, I'm pretty sure.
I remember the day you texted me saying that you were going to pass me to followers. I was a little bit salty, dude. I was like, I put you on to Ashley St. Clair, and now you're rubbing this shit in my face because you blew up. You know what? I should make music. I really have no musical
what's up? I'll be your ghostwriter. You could be like, I don't know, Queen Latifah.
I can't rap and I can't sing, so I don't know. I could just be like a big booty light skin, like twerking in the back of like someone else's fucking rap video or something. I feel like that's my calling.
All right, let's make it happen.
Okay. Question. Have you ever thought about interviewing people from the left? Nico House, I don't know who that is, along with many in this network who are left, talk to more people on the right and open to a great discussion. I would definitely have somebody from the left over here. I don't know if these people would identify as being part of the left. The last person I had on my live stream was somebody who's a leader in the Boo Blue Boys movement. And I got a lot of backlash for posting that he was going to be on my live stream. And people were calling him like a right-wing extremist and shit. What'd you say?
I said, really?
A lot of people, because they got retweeted. So I don't know if y'all know who Mark Pellegrino is. He is an actor in a bunch of stuff. I think he's mostly famous for being on Supernatural. And it's funny because he actually plays Lucifer on that. I know conservatives are like, it's a little touchy subject these days because of Lil Nas X. But he retweeted it because he's the founder of the American Capitalist Party. And he's like the one fucking conservative in Hollywood. And like all these Supernatural, rabid Supernatural fans. Huh?
They make the conservative play the devil.
I know, right? It's so backwards. I've never seen Supernatural, but he's on 13 Reasons Why, which is like the official show of like depressed teenage girls everywhere. So that was like my show in high school.
Hannah Baker.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm about a Hannah Baker myself after I got this fucking live stream. Don't call the cops, guys. I'm not going to. Anyways, but he retweeted that, and like all these rabid Supernatural fans started coming after me. They were like, "You're having a right-wing extremist on your fucking podcast," and they were like, "We're gonna come on." They were like threatening to like storm my podcast and like have so many people in the comments and shit, and nobody showed up. And I was on there asking him. His name is Magnus. I was like, Magnus, why do people call you a right-wing extremist? He called in. He had like a fucking gay pride flag hanging in the background.
Oh my God. So right-wing.
I know. And he was like, the whole time he was talking about how he's friends with like Antifa people and he's like supported Black Lives Matter rallies. I was just like, yeah, these dudes are not right-wing extremists. So I guess I don't know if I would consider him to be like on the left because he's like super like pro-gun, more of like an anarchist, but we definitely didn't agree on a lot of political issues. And I would definitely have anyone of any ideology, I guess. Maybe not like a fascist. Actually, maybe I would talk to a fascist. I don't really know. Who am I to
even
judge?
Exist in real life? Like, are there people
I don't think
who are
so.
Like, actually fascists?
Probably not here. I think like in Europe, there's like some legitimate movements and stuff. I think like in Germany, they have like a problem of like Nazis. I guess people who want the Nazi party to come back, but like not here at all. As a Canadian consider living in Trudeau nightmare, I wish you guys luck with your future president, Kamala Joker Harris. Thank you. I'm super excited to be president. I'm super excited, guys. When she becomes president, I'm literally gonna be so funny. I'm literally gonna be so funny. When I put that video out, I got so mad because I was doing a video with the Daily Caller people again last week that hasn't come out yet. And I like went over to the studio and they were like, "Oh yeah, we sent this video into our group chat. We want to make a series about it." And I was so
Right,
there
that'd
may
be
or may
so
not, I
dope.
may or may not be making an appearance on the Daily Caller channel in my
That would be
Kamala.
so
They told me
hilarious.
they would buy me a wig.
Oh, nice.
I was
Who
like,
cares about
okay,
your hair?
because I don't want to fucking straighten my hair and do this
Right.
shit again. Max is hilarious, not right wing or left wing. Yeah, I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I interviewed someone on the left, but he's definitely not like, he's not a
right.
conservative.
Yeah.
He's not a conservative is what I would say. The reason why I ask is when Nico talked with other conservatives about reparations, he got a lot of attention from Jack Sobek. I like Jack. That's another person who I like. And he's another person who followed me before I had a drop of clout, and I don't really know
Jack
why.
He still doesn't follow me back yet.
Really? I met him. Okay, well, I met him in person, and then after that he unfollowed, or after that he followed me. I met him
like, in person. He tweeted about me, but didn't follow me.
Really? I don't know. He's really nice though. He's like he's actually pretty cool. I met him. He was at the Baltimore cleanup rally type thing that Scott Presler did like 2 years ago, and they were like looking for some coon to come on OAN, and they were like, "I'm just kidding," but no, they legitimately like somebody called me over because OAN was out there, and like I got interviewed by him, and then I tweeted about it. Then and then I guess he saw that I had a little bit of Twitter clout, and he was like, "Let me follow this chick," and then I did an in-studio interview with OEN like a couple weeks later, and then I saw him again there, and then I think I saw him. Oh, and he was at that Cernovich party too.
Yep.
With his lovely, lovely wife, who is like so gorgeous in person. Cernovich's wife is hot too. I'll just say that. Mike Cernovich has a hot wife. Can I say that on here? I don't know.
You just did twice.
Mike Cernovich has a hot wife. I hope he does see that.
Shout out to Shonda.
Hey Gabby, that's my bestie.
What's up, Gabby?
She's the best.
I love Gabby.
Thank you, The Alchemist, for your super chat.
I love green bell pepper. That looks so good.
Is that what that is?
It's gotta be.
I've like never looked. It looks like an apple to me.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's a green bell pepper.
It's got like those bell pepper thick curves, you know.
That's enough out of you. Anyways, we have a question for Patriot J. Jordan, what's your opinion on police and policing in America, especially as a black man with dreads? Not just a black man, but a black man with dreads. Go ahead.
It's just so hard. They're hunting us every day.
Dog, I saw that tweet that was like, it's so exhausting being a black person in America.
So
You're like, shut up, bitch.
I wake up and think about the cops every day. Nah, on the real, I don't know. I don't think people should be involved with cops at all. I've only been pulled over I've been pulled over like 3 times, but other than that, I try to stay as far away from the police as possible just because I don't think any good comes from being in a situation that would put you near cops at all. I don't know. I think black people and all people should just stay away from the cops. Commit less
I feel
crime.
like it's increasingly like they have a too much power issue. Like I feel like there's definitely some racist cops, but I feel like they kind of are out of control with everybody. I mean,
exactly.
I've talked about this before, but like nobody really pays attention to when a white person is killed by cops. That's why I feel like this whole argument is kind of like a sham because the left really doesn't give a fuck about police brutality. They care about Black Lives Matter. Like that's a completely different thing.
That's what bugs me the most. They took a problem that happens to everybody and they just pretend like it only happens to black people. Like if you really wanted to solve the problem of police killing people, you would take it to everybody. You would say, hey, this is a problem that happens to all of us. It might, I guess, be disproportionate against us, but it happens to all of us. So what can we do instead of just saying Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. This is a black issue.
That's fucking stupid. And I tweeted about it like I think yesterday because Chris Cuomo said some dumb shit as usual.
Yep.
As per usual.
So,
And he
what
was like,
he said like
he said
they're
police
not gonna
brutality
do
will
anything
stop
until
if they start
white
killing
people
white
start getting
kids.
killed. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
that
as
happens. It
as
happens.
if like a 13-year-old white boy wasn't killed this fucking fucking week.
It
Like
just
literally
happened.
how fucking tone deaf.
Man, rest
How
in peace
fucking tone deaf. And then being from Maryland, I'm from Montgomery County, Maryland, and Montgomery County Police Department still has not released the full body cam footage of when they broke into Duncan Lemp's house for a red flag law and shot him dead next to his pregnant girlfriend while he was sleeping. And that's here in a white county, majority, not like a white county. I live in like the diverse area.
That's an Anglo-Saxon county, ma'am.
Yeah, it's majority ran by like Anglo-Saxon Democrats, and they killed an Anglo-Saxon conservative, and nobody gives a fuck. So that's why I'm like fuck this shit. Like I used to even be like, okay, I agree with Black Lives Matter, but like not the organization. Now I don't even say Black Lives Matter because they don't pay attention at all to anyone.
I never even like saying Black Lives Matter. That's such a sorry ass statement. It's like, please, racist white person, my life matters. Please, please.
High key, like I'm not gonna beg y'all for fucking respect.
Right? Like, who are you trying to convince that your lives matter? Like a racist or yourself? Like,
I honestly, and the racists who see that, they're not gonna be like, oh, you know what?
Right?
They do matter. Like, fuck you.
Damn, I'm gonna stop being racist.
Or somebody wants you to follow them on Twitter.
Jay, awesome Twitter, follow back. So they're gonna send you money to have me follow them? That's crazy, bro. I have a Cash App. I have a Venmo.
I will cash app you $4.99. I will cash app you $4.99. Vox6 or however you say that, I will Stoner Sloth. I will make sure Patriot J gets that $4.99.
Look, while we're on the subject of follows, can you unblock Ross Schumann?
Somebody really asking me to unblock them?
Yeah, he texted me. He said, "Tell Olivia to unblock me on Twitter."
Dog, I don't take requests.
No, please unblock him. I just followed somebody at your behest, so now you have to unblock the homie.
This is somebody who paid.
Okay.
Tell him to fuck. No, I'm not asking. Dog, I need to be like Hotep Jesus and be like, cash at me if you want me to unblock you.
For real, I'm gonna send you his profile. You better unblock him. While I'm talking about Ross, to all the listeners, if you live in Texas, specifically Midland, Texas, I'm gonna be in your city on June 19th. That's right, folks. You heard it first. On Juneteenth, Patriot J is going to Midland, Texas, where I will be performing a collection of songs live at a park alongside another right-wing rap star, Topher. And we will be there.
I've heard of that one.
We'll be there to kick off Ross Schumann's campaign for city council.
Wow. Okay. Everyone go. Where is it again?
Midland, Texas on Juneteenth. June 19th for
on Juneteenth.
Yeah, it just so happened to be on Juneteenth. It wasn't like
that is some coon behavior. That is some coon behavior.
I'm rapping for the white man on Juneteenth.
The coon chip was activated.
Yeah,
are y'all hip to Dr. Umar? I don't know if that's really my audience. That's hip to Dr. Umar.
I haven't performed on a stage since like probably 2019 October.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why that long? Because that's before COVID.
COVID was like
that started like March last year.
Okay, well, I was in DC from January to March. That's why. That was like my last show when I was in California, and then I moved to DC, and then COVID hit. Yeah. And then, oh, fuck, while we're talking about concerts, I might be in Illinois on May 28th. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Hopefully, I'll be rapping in Illinois on May 28th. But I'm throwing my own concert at the end of summer after I take the bar. It'll probably be like the last weekend of August. It's going to be in Southern California. I'm going to try to get some special guests there. It's going to be really fun.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely come out to that if you're like actually like putting on a thing.
Pull up. I do an annual show out here, and it got canceled last year because of COVID. So this will be the third year.
I saw pictures from your first one when I like first followed you on Instagram. I think those were up like a long ass time ago.
Yep.
Come to Miami, y'all. It's lit. Okay, I'll come to Miami. You know what's in Miami? The Solutionary Summit 2021. Maj Toure puts it on.
Ooh,
He put it on last year in Atlanta.
for
I was
real?
a speaker at that. It was really
Sounds
cool.
fun.
Like he like flew us out. There was like a bunch of like white hoteps in the audience. It was fucking
White
great.
Hotel. Shout out to all the White Hotel.
Chad from
Chad was
Aquarian
there?
Anarchy.
Nice.
Chad was there. I met Chad. He was like, Olivia, he has a deep ass voice. He was like, Olivia, it's so great to meet you. I was like, oh my God, Hotep Nebuchadnezzar or whatever the fuck his name is on Twitter. Yeah, so we're going to Miami, I think in August or some shit.
Hey, that's lit.
Shout out Archaic Skids, aka Austin. Olivia, you need to come back on my show with Magnus because it'll be hilarious. And what up, Patriot J? I definitely would come on your show with Magnus. That was fun. That was a cool stream. I love Magnus.
Magnus, bro.
You need to actually. Do you know Magnus? Do you follow him?
I don't know Magnus, but
you should. He's like actually cool as fuck. Like he is like a legitimate boogaloo boy. Like he shows up with a fucking. He shows up with a fucking like assault rifle like everywhere. It's fucking great. Maj for governor of Pennsylvania. I would support that. I think it was such a weird thing that happened because I really don't know, and I don't want to speak out of turn, and I don't speak for Maj, but I know that like there was some drama with him. Something went on when he ran for city council in Pennsylvania, I think in Philly a couple of years back. I think he's on board with the LP again because he's always promoting them. So if he wants to run, I'd support it. It was kind of funny because I worked for Monroe County Republican Party, which is in Pennsylvania. It's like a really important swing county in Pennsylvania. And I like was in contact and trying to volunteer for the LP at the same time. And like there was like an awkward moment where like I invited like a libertarian guy who was like running for mayor into the GOP, and he was handing me libertarian lit right in front of my like Republican ass boss. I was like, oh,
red flag.
Yeah, it was. I should not have done that. We're coming up on an hour. Do you guys have any final questions for me? Final questions for Patriot J? Patriot J, do you have anything else to promote? You should definitely talk about your merch and all that kind of stuff. I already put the link in the description if you guys want Patriot J merch.
You guys see this really cool t-shirt I'm wearing? You can get this on a beanie. You could get it on a windbreaker. I got solid color hoodies. I got tie-dye hoodies. I got shirts in every color of the rainbow.
I like the tie-dye ones. I actually really want a tie-dye.
You look just like Patriot J right now. You got your twists and your beanie. I love it.
We're twins. We're twins. Patriot J, plans for the future after law school?
Immediate plan is just to focus on passing the bar, and then I'll try to get a job somewhere at a decent establishment and pay off.
That's very big.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I've been in school my entire life. I've been in school for the past 19 years of my life, probably 20, counting preschool and stuff. And it's just crazy. I feel like I'm finally unlocking the real world. So I'm excited just to be free and to live.
I'm really tired of school. I contemplate dropping out every day. Also, I can't do it with online school. I can't. I cannot wait to go back to campus in the fall. And especially since I'm like an athlete and I'm like missing an entire season right now, it's just like I'm not with the shit. And I'm literally, I'm coming into my third year in college, and I'm just like, I did a whole year online. That shit is not a joke. That shit is not a joke. I was literally, my freshman year, I was on the dean's list. Now I'm like struggling so fucking bad because I guess it's like my attention span or just like my learning style, but I cannot do it online for shit.
It's terrible.
It's not good.
I'm in class, online. Next thing I know, I'm just scrolling on the timeline in another tab.
Thank you for, I'm literally like, there's no accountability, and I need the accountability of like sitting in a I swear to God, I am on TikTok. That's all I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. So, yeah. Patriot J, can I get one in navy blue? Do you have navy blue stuff on the site?
Yes, sir. I got
go to the link in my description.
Navy blue windbreaker. I think the beanie comes in navy blue, and then I got a hoodie that comes in navy blue. I got whatever you want in navy blue, Big Poppy. Go to patriotj.com/shop. That's right, patriotj.com/shop.
Or click the link in my description because I was so nice to preemptively put it in there.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I love the woke but intellectuals on this channel. I'm going to subscribe. Maybe there's some common sense and greater good to this. Thank you. I hope you do subscribe. I hope there is some common sense and greater good to this.
I hate that woke is kind of a bad word these days, because
I love the word woke.
It's a really good descriptor, you know, like certain things you're just woke to, certain things you're not woke to. But now when you say woke, like
I really hate that the left adopted it. Because before it became like a liberal thing, woke was like some hotep shit. That was like opening like your third eye. Like I'm woke.
Like you not woke, bro.
Like wake up.
Right.
Like that. Like when I think of woke, I think about like the Hebrew Israelites screaming at me on the metro platform in DC. That's like a DC like experience. If you've never been to DC, if you haven't had the black Hebrew Israelites yell at you on a metro platform, that happens to everybody here. But that's what I think about when I think of woke. I'm like, when I think of woke, I think about like worldwide conspiracies. I don't think of like transphobia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really hate that they took that.
You're still transphobic? That's so not woke, bro.
No, like shut the fuck up. Like woke is like you're taking that vaccine, you're not woke.
Right. Like
you're not woke. Not to come across as an anti-vaxxer. I mean, your body, your choice, but I'm not choosing to take it.
Right, yeah. I'll let you guys have fun.
Gabby said, Olivia, what are you studying? Fucking political science. Everybody told me not to fucking do it. I did it anyways. So
I did political science undergrad. It was really cool.
Yeah, and now I didn't know that when you do political undergrad, everyone their fucking mother is gonna tell you to go into law school. I didn't know that was a fucking. It's basically a requirement. I'm like, fucking no, I'm not doing that shit.
No, see the smart thing to do if you really want to go to law school is undergrad in some like easy thing. That way you buff your GPA, go in with like a 4.0, and then just do really good on the LSAT, and then you're just taking scholarships everywhere.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is now I'm like kind of leaning into journalism a lot more than I was. I think for my final 2 years, honestly, it might be 3 years because I'm really struggling right now. But anyways, and I kept my wrestling eligibility, so I might want to stay in school longer so I can have like as much wrestling time as I want, because if I don't take advantage of it, I would only have 2 years. But everyone told me to do law school, and I think since now I'm leaning towards journalism, I might add a journalism minor, but that honestly seems really hard. I don't want to do it, but I feel like I have to.
I know a guy who is probably considered a journalist now, and he did political science undergrad and like no journalism.
Really?
No journalism classes at all. And then I know a girl who did journalism with like some poli-sci, and now she's like strictly political and not even a journalist yet.
Okay, so it's not like necessary, you don't think? I really hope so, because everyone I talk to, honestly, I wish a college degree wasn't necessary for half the shit I want to do. I just feel like college is such a scam, and I really just
so pointless.
Right, like I have to go.
I hate how unaffordable it is. Like college would be cool if it was affordable.
I know. I have to take out loans for this semester. I'm like really not with it, but like I don't want to waste the money I already spent for the last few years.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's such a scam because I had a call with Fox News. They like reached out to me in like August of last year, and they were like, "We want you to possibly become like a contributor, and you can write for like the Fox." Like I don't know what the fuck they wanted me to like to either write for Fox or Fox Business. I was like, first of all, Fox Business.
The fuck I know about business.
I know. Do I look like Charles Payne to you? Because I'm not. Anyways, but they called me and they were like, okay, so we saw your resume, we saw your LinkedIn, looks great. Where did you graduate from? And I was like, oh, like it says on my resume I'm not graduated yet, and it says on my LinkedIn I'm not graduated yet. And like, how old are you? And I was like, 19. And they were like, okay, just call us when you graduate. And I thought it was such bullshit. I thought it was such bullshit because like they liked what they saw on my resume, they liked what they saw on my LinkedIn. I'm assuming they like the way they found me was like they saw some of my articles or something. So it's like if you like what I've already done, why can't I work for you? I just I need a piece of paper.
What did you possibly learn in school that they couldn't be able to teach you, working for them?
That's such a scam. It's such a scam. It's such a scam. God damn, there's so many questions. I like totally overwhelmed myself. Let me answer a couple more. Did COVID change your career plans? I think that one's more directed at you because I'm a bum. You're the one that actually is out here doing shit.
No, COVID didn't really do anything. COVID messed up my summer plans last summer, so I didn't work last summer, but it was cool because I got to be a full-time tweeter, and that shit paid off. I swear to God.
A full-time tweeter. I really hate the fact that I'm way more online now than I was, though. It's like yes, I can grift, but also I don't have a social life, so that kind of sucks.
Right? Yeah. God, it's been eating at my mental lately.
Do you have friends like that are not online? Oh my god. Okay, come back.
I play Xbox with people.
Come back to DC.
I got friends sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Jordan, come back to DC. We'll smoke in front of some monuments again. It'll be okay.
Bet.
But anyways, we are now about to hit 1 hour. I will not make you guys ask more questions so I can hear myself talk anymore. Jordan, do you have any final thoughts? Plug whatever you want to plug. I'm gonna put it's both of your Twitter and Instagram is Sir Hottest, right? Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Do you have anything left to say to the people?
Final thoughts. Let's see. Don't be afraid of being called racist, xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, bigoted, and the likes. Because who cares what the left thinks? Like, really, who cares what the left thinks? These people want you dead. They want to ruin your country. They want to overthrow your institutions. Who cares if they call you racist? Don't try to bend the knee and don't try to bow down. Stand true in what you believe and stay solid. And most importantly, follow me on Twitter.
Yes, follow Sir Hottest on Twitter. And I 100% agree. The one that means the least amount to me is like transphobic. I'm like, who cares?
Right, like it's like 200 of those niggas in the entire country, bro.
God,
look, I met one. I met one, and we hung out. You know, like they're cool people. Like, I don't know. I'm not afraid of these niggas.
I've met probably like 3 of my lifetime. I have never hated any of them for being trans. I was never phobic of any of them. But all of a sudden, if you don't support kids literally chopping off their dicks, then you're transphobic. So I guess I'm transphobic. I guess that's what I will leave you guys with, that we are the transphobic coons. Thank you so much.
Transphobic coons unite!
I can't do this. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.